Yeah,
there we go. Okay, we're recording.
Okay,
So get to it.
We figured out that we're going to be having a
You're going to be doing a hammer and anvil.
All right, we're doing a hammer and anvil match, and we rolled off for our sides. The Forces of Chaos will be deploying from here. The Ork Horde will be deploying from here. We rolled for all of our terrain, and he apparently has better rolls than I do. I don't know.
Okay, just a benchmark for you guys real quick. The bigger the terrain is, the more points it takes up. That big piece of crap right there takes up 3 points.
Yes.
Yeah, so I just making sure you guys both know about that. All right.
All right.
Get to it. So Travis.
Your...
Travis, go first. It's back and forth because you don't go by sides. You just do wherever you want.
Okay.
You were just rolling for the sides.
Oh, so I can place it wherever.
You can play. Yeah, you can place it wherever you wish.
Oh, okay. The game I played with Jason, we did it on.
I encourage everybody to try to place terrain between squares and stuff like that, not just put it in, square to square, because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for each terrain to be, put into 2x2 squares on the table.
What?
And if something like that happens, you take points off of whichever side it's predominantly on, or you half it off. So like 2 points would come off.
On this one.
So 2 points come off of Scott's end, and then 1 off of that.
Down to 1 on it.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's obnoxious.
Travis, you've only got
I've already beaten a match against Tao. I know how to handle gun lines,
You've only well, I don't really like he's a okay. You've only got 38 minutes of recording, so what I'm going to go ahead and do here.
38 minutes. That's gonna be right.
Yeah, I guess your thing is almost full already for some reason.
All right. I'll check it.
But what I'm going to go ahead and do is that once you guys are done setting up terrain, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, and then after you've already deployed all your forces, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on and get a scoop over the thing.
Okay. I'll go over it because it can be effective. Go ahead.
The rock is excellent.
Crap.
Has to be 3 inches away from existing terrain. There you go.
Just keep things in order.
Yes, sir.
So much terrain over here, and we just don't need any of it.
Oh God. Excuse me.
1 or 2.
This is a thing.
Are you recording this?
Yes.
What?
Using his camera to record it.
You're heard? Oh, you. Sorry. You're over there.
I like this right here. God, that was 1 or 2.
Just put up on the
YouTubes?
Yep, on the YouTubes.
You just want to get the terrain out of the way.
Yeah, so there's nothing.
That's your call on that.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be on It's gonna be on the YouTubes, and we're gonna put it up on the group, the Facebook group thing.
I'm gonna grab this tree real quick. Is that okay? Tear it down someday.
The happy little tree. And if you tell anybody about that tree, come to your house and I will cut you. Okay.
Terrifying, guys.
Actually, I have a song that somebody did remixing all of Bob Ross's stuff.
Travis,
Yes.
I hate to be this guy. Probably gonna have to move the big wonky thing, because the relic objective has to be directly in the center of the.
Bob Ross, that was right. Oh my God, I was right.
You have to scoot it that way then a little bit. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and set the objective marker, but it's gonna be on top of that thing. Here, I have a use for this.
Yeah.
I count that at least 2, so the only place it would be over here.
Okay.
I should move it over here a little bit.
Hold on.
Wait. Certain objects.
Scott?
I was about to say, it's here goes stuff.
Tiny, shiny bits.
Okay, so it needs to scoot this way a little more.
My love
Needs to
Murray.
scoot this more. Is he going to be the objective?
Yes, he's going to be
Okay.
the love Murray.
Here you go. Oh no, I don't know why I'm giving you this. This is.
It's what I've always wanted.
The thing is, you took it. You were going to take it, so.
Yes, this is what I've always wanted.
So I actually was going to win that exchange, sir.
Hey, what folks say that?
What?
What's up? And then I say, they're like,
Cool.
okay, what's up with you? It's not me.
Get out of camera shot, Alonzo.
That doesn't make any sense, actually. Smile for the camera, Alonzo. Okay.
Yeah, that's going up.
That's definitely the thing that should go up there.
You're just gonna put in the commentary. That's the guy who doesn't know how to fight this guy.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and. Did you get one more piece?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Could you please? Terrible.
All right, Scott. Excuse me real quick.
Excuse me, real quick.
Take that picture, sir.
Now, also, could you put away this? It was delicious, by the way. Thank you. Careful. Oh, you weren't glued on anymore. I have the phone. I have the phone.
Okay. Scott, seize the initiative.
I'll try it.
Would you like to seize the initiative, sir? Excuse me, you're stepping on my foot, sir. Okay.
He'd give a damn, but he ran out. Dams are not tax deductible, so I do not give them away. If I had one! If I gave one! I cannot wait to tag those with the shock attack gun.
You just are excited beyond all reason.
That's like the way they're crammed together like this. That is blast template. Just heavy. Yes. Come on. That's just beautiful to me. Nope.
And it did not steal the initiative,
First
so
turn goes to you, sir.
turn 1, chaos.
All right. So let's do the showcase first.
Okay, sure thing.
Okay, so I already did the showcase.
Huh?
I already did the showcase.
Do it again.
Well, no, we didn't go over what the units were.
Oh, okay. So you're going to go ahead and accept the sound that's on here. Let's go over each model then.
We're gonna edit.
Yeah,
So here on the...
that's what people do instead of like posting their lists.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here on the Chaos Space Marine side, we'll start with the Warlord. We have a Sorcerer down here who infiltrated a good distance away from there, but still outside of his own deployment zone. Up on top of this retarded building, we have 2 separate squads of Mark of Slanesh Chaos Marines.
Also infiltrated.
Also infiltrated, right next to the relic, which is actually, if you can see it right there, that regular Space Marine who... let's just assume it's a
Still out of
statue or
place.
something like that. Okay, as we come around,
He signed up for the...
we've got 2 squads of Space Marine Havocs, both with 4 missile launchers. One of them actually has Mark of Zinch and a champion. Well, no, they both have Champion of Chaos.
Yes, but only
One of them has Gift of
mutation.
Mutation. Actually, both of yeah. You need to roll for all of them.
No, only one of them has it.
Only one of them has it.
Yeah.
Not even these guys.
No, not even.
Okay. All right, and then coming around here, on the Ork side of the board, we got Scott actually deploying like a normal human being, or Ork, I guess. Big old squad of 20 boys here with some weapons, some Ard boys with a knob with a power claw there, some Burnas,
And the mech.
and a mech,
And a big mech.
and a big mech there,
Which is my warlord.
which is his warlord. We have some Grots and also old Zogwart right behind him. 3 cans, each with different weapons.
Another squad of boys.
Another squad of Shooter boys, also heavy weapons as well. A Defcopta Ork jet bike.
He's missing an arm.
He's also missing his slugga. It's a sad time. Some regular Ork bikes. Are these knobs or?
Those are knobs.
Knobs. Okay, these are knob bikers, so they count as elites. And then we have a squad of Ludas there. We're gonna try to bring the pain. All right. I'm sorry, it was necessary.
No, it wasn't.
It was quite necessary, sir.
All right.
All right, and then we have Travis on the Chaos side and Scott on the Orc side. See how this game goes. Okay, surveying the damage. We had a knob lost here before with a shooting from a beam from the Chaos Sorcerer, followed by an assault over here that left the Chaos Sorcerer with a wound and killed one of the knobs. Now, coming around to the only other real damage dealt, these Grots over here are pitifully undermanned and also running away like their life depends on it, which it really doesn't.
It does, actually.
well, they're going to die anyways, even if they stay in the fight.
Well, I was going to say, let's say they run off the board before either of these manage to kill each other. Would that count as first blood on my end?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, and that's actually the wrap-up of Chaos Turn 1. Going on to...
I'm not going to record. I think I'm going to just overdub the audio to that porno jazz that's going on. So.
I might porno jazz anyways. Alright, well,
I'll put in some good porno jazz.
Okay. Well, then I'll probably not worry about going over the results of this.
Okay, so what basically happened here was the shock attack gun rolled 56 on this thing, didn't wound the Chaos Space Marines due to a cover save, and his shock attack gun is fizzled until next round. Okay, what happened here was, in close combat, the bikes made a lot of wounds against the Sorcerer Lord, but did not manage to actually kill him. He, however, managed to get one wound on the knob bikers. They broke, they ran, but unfortunately, because he was smart enough to get his Def Copter into close combat, I couldn't sweeping advance them. So they're stuck in until next turn. On this end, the Ludas shot down 2 Space Marines who are going to sorely make that up.
Okay.
Second.
At the
beginning of the bottom of the second, we have the Chaos Sorcerer managing to correctly roll his invisibility test, which made his Def Copter whiff against him. He scored luckier at managing to kill him with his Lightning Claw and moved so that, I guess nothing. I misunderstood what the bikes could and couldn't do. So he's standing there waiting for that mob of sluggas, isn't it? Or shooter boys?
That's shooters.
Shooters to have fun with them.
Also, during this turn, we had some shooting going on from these guys up here, coming down to the Ludas, who then failed a morale test.
And running away.
And run away.
And ran. Speaking of ran, they ran so far away, they couldn't get away from my havocs, inflicting 13 wounds and knocking them straight off the field. Hopefully we can get another kill off of that. Shot the Ard boys, but didn't manage to do a thing to them. So let's see if that will work around at the bottom of the second.
Alright, bottom of turn 2. End of Orks turn, we have the fancy Thousand Sun Sorcerer covered under a pile of lead by this squad of boys who dealt 8 saved wounds and one unsaved wound with their shooters.
That's all they needed.
From 36 shots. They just rolled a whole lot. We saw that these boys still have, way less resolve than the Grots who are still here, at least.
Those heroic motherfucking Grots.
Also, we saw the complete and total annihilation of the boys as they ran off the table, which for some reason means that they just died horribly.
Yeah, they left the fight.
These Orks over here are
actually on the ramp. It's just their angle's so steep that the models actually won't stand on it.
It's a really good illusion. See, you put them at the you put them up at the top, and they look like they're still at the base of the thing. They shot kind of pointlessly at these Marines and did nothing.
Did score 1 wound, but feel no pain.
Feel no pain is awful. And going into turn 3. Okay, end of Chaos turn 3. We saw that some shooting from the Havocs over here came and dealt some grievous injuries to this Burna squad, but they retained their,
yeah, it's looking
got
like
their morale save.
Yeah, it's looking like the Orks are really nutting up. They these 2 got wiped out to down to 2 units, even lost their mech, and they're holding strong. These guys, 4, wasn't it? Yeah, lost 4 Ard boys. They're holding strong. So
surprisingly,
yeah. So now it's a lot of positioning. He's going to have his shock attack gun ready for this turn.
Ooh,
so
it's
going to be
nice.
get really interesting, especially with that shooters and that psyker. So let's see if the Wonder Grots can manage to do good. Yeah.
All right. Orks turn. Alrighty. Bottom of the third turn, Orks went ahead and did some. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I hit the record button. Alright, well, going through everything. We saw these boys move up a little bit. These Ludas successfully made their leadership check and, well, stood there. The bikers unfortunately ran off the table, so they are gone for good. Now coming around to this side, this is pretty much where most of any action happened. Ard boys made it up to the ramp with a little bit of running. These Burnas stoically marched on towards the ramp. We had the mech show off his bright new fixed up shock attack gun and take out 6 of the Slanesh Marines.
Yeah.
The cans kind of shuffled awkwardly backwards, and that's about all that happened with them. And
for this unit over here, what had happened was he moved up the Shooter boys and could only have line of sight on 1 Marine and managed to pop him with a failed feel no pain test. But turnabout's fair play, and his Zag's, what is his name? Zogwart, thank you. His Zogwart got a headbanger, didn't do anything to himself, but exploded one of his own slugger boys.
And thus is now his own unit again. Last thing here is these grots keep marching on. On to turn. End of Chaos, turn 4.
You know that song.
We're going to go ahead and look over here, because this is the big main thing that happened to this. These Ard boys that moved up onto the ramp proceeded to be wasted by basically everything. Missile launchers.
They didn't die to the missile launcher barrage.
They had 2 left after both lines of missile launchers messed them up, and then what was it, 18 bolter shots eventually got rid of them.
Yeah, kind of ouch.
After that, that's actually pretty much it that happened. Going on to Orc turn 4. Alright, bottom of turn 4, Orcs turn. We saw absolutely nothing happen. Some Orcs moved, and that is literally it. Nothing else. Going on to turn 5. Alright, top of turn 5, we saw during Chaos turn, really everything that happened is the Burns died. Oh, and a wound was actually put on the Big Mech.
It's literally the luckiest I've ever shot with crack missiles in my entire life.
Pretty much the only thing. Alright, and that's going to be... Actually, Travis, what's the profile of a crack missile?
Strength 8 AP.
Okay, your mech's dead.
He had an invul.
Did he fail a save against the crack missile?
Yes, he did.
Then he's dead.
Oh.
It's yeah, strength 8 versus T4.
Oh, I didn't know if he had.
Yeah. Okay, so in adjustment, the mech was killed by a crack missile to the torso. Going on to Orcs turn. Okay, this is the end of turn 5 Orcs. We would be rolling for both night fighting and actually end the game, but Scott's actually going to go ahead and call it at this point because it's pretty much.
There's nothing I can do.
Yeah,
with these guys on top of that building.
The point difference is too much. So looks like we're going to go ahead and call it then. Goes to Travis, I believe, 5-1 or 5. Yeah, 5-1.